Hey guys, what's going on? Tua Cruz here, checking in with
Goodness.
We're here with Tuan-chan, and today we're going to be going for a nice little road bike ride and giving an update on our situation. When are we leaving Japan? Where are we going? What are we doing? We're going to be talking about all of that in today's ride. So let's go ahead and get started.
Let's go.
Let's go. So we're starting over here in IKEA, or IKEA is the proper way to say it. That's actually how you say it in Japanese as well. And we're going to be cycling over here to the nice little countryside side of town with some nice rice fields, enjoying the beautiful sunset and also enjoying the beautiful weather. So we're just starting to enter fall season here in Japan. It is just the beginning of October right now, and the weather is finally starting to cool down. We're starting to get some lower temperatures. We're still in shorts and a short sleeve jersey, which is really comfortable with a nice cool breeze. So really enjoying this weather and the drop in humidity and also the increase in wind. So it actually gets really windy here in Japan in the winter time, and there's not so much wind in the summer, strangely enough. So it actually amplifies like the heat and everything. But you can see those IKEA flags off in the distance right now. This is some crazy wind right now, and we're about to turn directly in that direction. So I hope the microphone will still work. Miki, So here we go. Okay, this isn't too bad. This microphone should be able to handle it. Okay, here we go. Let's turn left into this nice little residential area. Should be a little bit safer from cars. And we'll get some nice views of the beautiful countryside over here as we talk. So today we wanted to talk about our plans for moving forward with leaving Japan. We made our main announcement video a couple weeks ago, maybe it was about a month ago now, and things are moving forward. So we wanted to give an update on the situation. Where are we going? When are we leaving? And yeah, it's starting to get a little bit intense as everything's moving forward. So in our last video, if you haven't watched it yet, I recommend watching that. We talk about our reasons for why we're leaving and our original plans and stuff like that. So I'm not going to repeat that in today's video, but what I will talk about though is our current plans and where we're planning to go. So we did a big move yesterday, and that is we signed our closing of our apartment lease. So we're officially going to be leaving our apartment in November. I won't say the exact date on here, but we are going to be leaving our apartment sometime in November. And I'm finishing up my work contract this month. So I'm going through my last few weeks of work right now, and hopefully going to finish up everything at my job smoothly. And then we got to go through the whole closing process of everything. So closing down bank accounts, closing down our utilities, electric, gas, Wi-Fi, and all that stuff. This is stuff I've never had to do before, and it's really stressful trying to figure out the timing of everything, because yeah, if we close down something that uses a credit card payment, I also got to close my credit cards. So yeah, there's lots of work that needs to be done, but we're slowly preparing, getting as much ready as we can. And so yeah, we're officially going to be leaving our apartment in mid-November-ish. And then as for leaving Japan, I think we're going to give ourselves maybe 1 or 2 more weeks of extra leeway. So we're most likely going to be leaving from Tokyo. So yeah, there aren't many international flights leaving from Nagoya, and that's why we're most likely going to be heading to Tokyo or Osaka for a few days. We got to get our PCR test before we leave and do a couple of other things. So we need at least, I think, a week or 2 of where we'll be staying in hotels in one of the big cities, just in case there's other paperwork and stuff that we got to take care of. So that's our plan. We're going to be leaving Japan probably by the end of November, or possibly early December, sometime around that range. And as for where we're going, so we mentioned in our last video, we had 3 potential candidates. The first one was Thailand, the second one was Indonesia, and the wild card was Panama. So the first 2 was based on like the whole COVID situation. At the time we made that video, COVID cases were just surging like crazy, and they were delaying their plans for opening up, and things weren't looking very good. So Panama was just kind of like a backup option in case like we didn't have anywhere else to go. It was one of the few places that didn't have any like quarantine restrictions, and Tung could get a longer visa to go there. So we kept that in the back of our mind, but it was a really expensive plane ticket. It's an area we're not familiar with, a language we're not familiar with. So it was a little bit risky. But fortunately, over the last few weeks, COVID cases have significantly decreased in Indonesia. They've opened up the business kind of travel visa, so it is possible to get in there. It is possible to get into Bali, and you can extend that visa for a nice long, like half year or so. The cases in Thailand are starting to decrease. It's not a super huge decrease, but their vaccination rate is starting to increase quite a bit, and that's also looking really nice. In addition to they're opening more places. So Phuket, you can go there 7 days now, which is a quarantine on the island. So you have the complete freedom on the island for, oh my goodness. Why? That car just pulled in front of us just to turn in front of us to turn the other direction. Okay, maybe this road wasn't the best choice, but anyway, back to Phuket. You can go there for 7 days and you can enjoy nice quarantine on the island. So you're not stuck in your hotel. You have complete freedom. You can go to the beaches, you can go to restaurants, you can cycle, which is what we want to do. So it's only 7 days, and other places are expected to open up in Thailand come November. So Bangkok is expected to open up quarantine free. Chiang Mai is expected to open up quarantine free. And even if that's delayed to December, that should be about perfect timing for the timing that we want to go. So everything is looking good for that direction. And that's why right now our top choice is going to be Thailand. So the reason we're choosing Thailand is because we really wanted to visit Chiang Mai. That's a place we've really both wanted to visit for a long time. Tunchan especially wants to visit Chiang Mai. It looks really beautiful. It's a nice smaller town kind of vibe, but there's lots of stuff to do, especially for people who like outdoor stuff, for people who like cycling, and also for people who are doing like online kind of work. There's a lot of good infrastructure there, a lot of internet cafes and co-working spaces. So we're planning to go there and change to an education visa. Tung is going to be focusing on learning English full-time, so she'll be registering in an English school. I'm either going to be learning Thai language classes or possibly Mandarin Chinese language classes. It really depends. We're going to wait and sort of see what's the best option. But that's our plan. We're planning to go to Chiang Mai for a couple months, maybe at least 3 months. And this is supposedly the best time of year to visit Chiang Mai. They have the best weather from November to like March. It's the best time to go is what everyone's saying. And there's so much good cycling nearby, so I think we should have plenty to do while we're there. We're going to be studying while we're there. And just to eliminate any confusion, these locations right now, they're not our permanent locations. We're just looking to travel for a little bit before we settle down in Vietnam. And we're not sure exactly how long we're going to settle in Vietnam, but we want to spend at least about a year there, just so I can get a good feel for the country. And we got to do some other preparation for Tunchan for her documents and making sure she has everything ready in case we do potentially apply for her green card in the US. We got a lot of questions on why we're not applying for her green card for the US. And the reason for that is because it's not as simple of a process as a lot of you guys seem to think it is. It takes at least like between 1 to 2 years now, and you really need to prove like a stable situation. So we're living in Japan now, we're gonna be leaving, and we wanna spend some time in Vietnam before we go. So no matter what, we're gonna have some instability in our situation. So it seems the best option is for us to wait until we're in Vietnam. We can get some stuff settled for her there, set her up with a good bank account, get some money in there, prove some stability, prove like family ties, and prove that she has that stability that she requires to apply for that visa. We're also going to apply for her tourist visa to the US, and we really want her to be able to come to the US as a tourist so she can at least visit and meet my family, which she hasn't done yet. We haven't been able to do this because, again, it's really difficult when you apply in a third country where you don't have permanent residence. So if we applied for that from Japan, we would need to prove like we're moving back to Japan, and we're not planning to do that because we want to spend some time in Vietnam. So unfortunately, everything kind of depends on us getting into Vietnam so we can update some paperwork, get her bank accounts in order, and yeah, start applying for some other visas. So in the meantime, we're planning to do some traveling. We're going to be heading to Thailand and start in Phuket, go through the sandbox there, and possibly we might go directly to Chiang Mai. We haven't bought our tickets yet, but We don't want to take any risks. There's a chance that that program might get extended until December. So, I mean, I think the safer option now is just to fly into Phuket. We get a week or two of beach time. We can cycle there. There's some good cycling there as well. And then we can fly directly to Chiang Mai after that without having any quarantine. So I think that's what we're going to do. And yeah, we're really excited. We really love Thailand. Tuanchan especially loves Thailand. Why does Tuanchan love Thailand?
Thailand food is good.
Is good. What food is good?
I work with mango rice.
Mango rice. Yeah, so Tuang is dreaming of the day she can eat mango rice again. I think it's one of her favorite foods in the world. And we visited Thailand together a few years ago as part of our honeymoon. Yeah, we can also get some tapioca there as well. Yeah, Thai tea. Yeah, there's lots of stuff we're really excited about for there. So yeah, the nice thing about the education visa is we can extend that up to a year if we need to. But if we want to stay and travel in other places, for example, we're hoping to hear some good news from Singapore. We really want to visit there, especially Chung wants to do some walking videos there. So we want to visit Singapore. We also want to visit Bali, but it was a tough choice between Bali and Thailand. We decided to go to Chiang Mai because they have the best weather for this time of year. So we'd rather go to Bali, I think, at a different time of the year. So we're going to start in Thailand. We're not sure how long we're going to be there. We're going to be pretty flexible, and yeah, we're just going to be traveling for a while. That's our plan. We're not settling down in any of these places yet, and we want to travel. So we want to go to Singapore, Thailand, Indonesia, Bali, and Vietnam, and possibly a few other places. So yeah, things are moving in that direction, and we've gotten rid of quite a few of our bikes already. We've parted ways. It's been really sad, and we've been cleaning up our apartment, just getting ready to go. So in the fairly near future, we may not be able to upload as many videos as we'd like as we get busier, but we're gonna try and enjoy our last time here in Japan. It's a bittersweet feeling. Like, of course, we have so many memories here, and that's the other good thing though about making these videos on this channel is we can preserve all those memories on these videos so we can look back and always re-experience these rides. By the way, this is like the best time of the year, I think, to ride in Japan. I love this weather. Not too hot, not too cold, just comfortable, beautiful weather. This is like summer in my home. But that'll be the other nice thing about leaving about this time of year is because once it turns into December, it starts to get fairly cold in Japan. It's not too bad in central Japan, but it does start to get close to freezing temperatures, especially near January. So it'll be nice to pop out once the weather starts turning too cold, and we can go to a nice, pretty comfortable area. From what it looks like in Chiang Mai, the weather isn't too hot there, but it also gets nice and cool, especially at night. It's in the mountains, so the weather's a lot better compared to like the hotter places like Bangkok or even Bali, where it's just always hot all the time. Some people like that weather, but I actually really like having some cooler nights. Okay, let's pop on over to this side of the road. Oh yeah, we missed the red light. Nice. We're gonna head over to the bike shop really quick. I ordered some parts. I want to check and see if they're in stock. So that's the other thing we're doing right now. We're trying to order all the equipment we need before we leave. So the new GoPro just came out. We just ordered that. We're trying to get all of our camera gear in order, decide what we're going to bring with us, what we're not going to bring. We're trying to get as minimal as possible. So I think we're going to be bringing one bike each, and yeah, one bike each, one suitcase each. So hopefully fit the bike in the suitcase, fit a few clothes in the suitcase, and then one backpack. So we're going to try and stay as minimal as possible. As for which bike we're going to use, we'll announce that pretty soon in the channel, so stay tuned. All right, here we are. This is our local bike shop, Kaze Fun Bikes. We've actually filmed a full bike shop tour video here, so if you want to check out the full shop, you can check out that video. Shop owner is really cool, and he's helped me out a lot. Hello. Okay, so we're here with Bata-san, and he helped me fix my brakes. So now I can safely stop on my ride. My brakes weren't working before this, so a big thank you to Bata-san. And I just ordered a new seat post for one of our other bikes. We're gonna come back tomorrow and pick that up. So if you're looking for a fun bike shop to come visit, go check out Kaze Fun Bikes. I'll link the full bike shop tour video here so you can go check that out. Okay, thank you. We'll see you tomorrow. See ya. And let's continue on with our ride. So everything is going pretty smoothly now. We're getting all the equipment that we need. This is a seat post I wanted to order for one of the bikes that we're going to be bringing with us. So I think that may give a hint as to which bike we're going to be bringing on our trips. But Bata-san, he's a really cool guy. He's helped me out so much over these last few years, always fixing my bike when it's in trouble. He does the work that none of the other shops will help do for me. So really appreciate his support, and really gonna miss having an awesome bike shop just a quick little ride away from our home. So we've also got some questions like, are we gonna show where our apartment is before we leave? And maybe we'll save that for our last video. We'll show exactly the location of our apartment. We'll show the whole like moving out video. But not today. We still wanna retain a little bit of privacy for our last few weeks here. That is one thing we sort of missed though, is a few years ago, like we used to run into random people on our rides or different events, and they'd be like, hey, we watch your channel. And it was really cool to like meet fans in person and have that interaction. We haven't had that in like years now, at least over a year. And oh wow, this is awesome. So I was basically riding on brakes that weren't working at all for most of this ride, and it was always really scary. Like I tried to slow down in advance, and now my brakes are working perfectly. So I gotta be careful, otherwise I'm gonna just flip over my handlebars. But yeah, I think we're gonna finish up this video here. I think we talked about most of our plans. So we're gonna be moving to Thailand. Tun's gonna be studying English. I'm gonna be studying either Thai or Chinese. And yeah, we're looking forward to heading to Chiang Mai. We've never been there before, so if you have any suggestions for us on where to go, things to do, like places to see, people to contact, let us know. We appreciate any information that we can get. We are planning to bring 2 folding bikes, but I think we want to get a dedicated road bike or mountain bike when we're there. So we're going to possibly look into finding a rental, or maybe buying like a used bike there if we can find something, and then selling it when we leave, or maybe even buying something new and selling it when we leave. So we're going to have to look into different options. But if you know any good bike shops there or good people to contact regarding that, let us know. It would be really good if we can like plan this in advance and get everything ready that we need, so we don't have to worry about it once we're there. That'll be really nice. Anyway, that's our tentative plans for right now, and we hope we answered all of your questions. Things are still up in the air, but we're most likely going to be buying our flight tickets in the next few weeks. We're just waiting for the last few announcements from Thailand regarding like visas and quarantine restrictions, and like they have this extra like document you need, the certificate of eligibility. So we're waiting to see some final announcements on if there's any changes. But most likely we're going to be heading to Phuket first, just to go the safe option, but there's a chance we'll be going directly to Chiang Mai. That's going to be it for today's video. We're going to finish up here. Got to get back home, cook some food, edit some videos, get back to work tomorrow. Before we go though, I want to say a big thank you to all of our supporters over on Patreon, everyone who's donated or helped support our channel over these last few months. Your support has really helped us in so many ways, and it's really great to know we have this awesome group of people who's behind this channel and help support what we're doing. So we're looking forward to continue on with our adventures, filming more cycling videos in Japan, in Thailand, wherever we end up. And that's going to be it for today's video. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time here on Two Wheel Cruise.
Bye-bye.